Hello, everyone. My name is Alice Bull. I run the membership group at scraphappy.org, and I am so happy to be with you for this Scrapbook Alive session. We've been doing these for, gosh, I don't even know how many years now, and every time I'm still super pumped to come on here and explore a lovely kit with you, and then see kind of what comes out of it. And I'll confess, like, I'm not a scrapbooker that overly plans ahead of time. So I really just wing it and see what comes out. And hopefully that's something good. Sometimes it's better than other times, but I definitely would say that I'm a person that enjoys the process. So, we'll call that what that is, right? Let's see. My printer has been a pain in the butt today too. So we'll see. I might have to find alternate photos. But today I will be using a kit from the ScrapRoom, and these kits are called Flavors of the Month. I've been using them for quite some time. They're so nice to use. And this kit is the September kit. So possibly they still have it, maybe. Sometimes they sell out. So that is what it is when it happens. But let's see. This one is their September kit. Now, a Flavors of the Month kit actually has 4 mini kits, which means that that's lots of fun. Their kits are really cool because you can subscribe to them so that you get them on a regular basis, or you can just like buy a kit so that you only get the ones that are maybe more your style, or you only get them at times of year where you scrapbook more, or whatever the situation is that makes them very customized for your own way. And a lot of kit clubs, it's like you're in or you're out. They kind of don't give you that I want 1 month but not the next month option. So I really like that. They also have some really great support for using their kits. So they have like a freaky fast formula that they have. They have a sketch every month. They actually have a cut file every month. And I'll tell you, like this one here this month, let me show you. It's this cute little sailboat that says this summer. And I so wish I had the right pictures ready to go. Well, actually, I don't. And I didn't cut it out because I was like trying to think, I'm like, do I have any water pictures from the summer? That would be extra cute, right? But yeah. There's got to be pictures of us on paddleboard somewhere, but honestly, when I'm on a paddleboard, it is not safe for me to be carrying a phone or camera or any kind of thing like that. Let's just say that's an unsafe situation for that camera or phone or anything else. So my kit that I get comes with a little sample of coffee as well. And this month it's cookies and cream. It smells so yummy. I had regular coffee this morning and I'm like regretting that decision right now, but this just smells so yummy. So let me show you what's in my kit, and then we'll get scrapbooking, and hopefully a little bit later we can have some show and tell so you can show me what you've been working on too. And let's go. Here. I gotta turn this off and I'll turn it back on again, and hopefully my printer will decide to play nice, because I'd really like the pictures that I chose. Okay, so let's move cameras. Normally I don't have to do this, but technology is my nightmare here today. So, oh, that works pretty smooth-ish. Apparently it's like moving a little. Okay, I'm gonna take that. That was like relatively seamless for having to move a camera. Let's see if I can move it so I get the whole screen on. There. Okay, well, way better than I thought. And hopefully this camera won't give us the problems that we've been having with the autofocus, which has been driving me insane with the other camera. Oh yes, the printer's gonna play. Okay, so when I order the kits, I get their add-on kit as well. Add-on embellishment kit, that you can get extra cardstock, you can get extra embellishments, and they actually have a double shot kit, which looks pretty cool, but let's be real, I'd rather have more options of different kits to use than more in a single kit, which is interesting because that's not how I shop when I'm shopping for myself. So things to learn. But yeah, here's the 4 mini kits. We'll have a look what's in there and see all of the fun stuff. And then I'll show you the extra add-on embellishments if you ever wanted to go down that road. Okay, so let me have my cheat sheet here. Echo Park Fall Fever. So let's start with the same one. Talk about that one. Here we go. So we have Echo Park Fall Fever. So bringing us into fall. Oh my goodness, I'm not ready for that. Like the colors are really, really changing here. There's actually a few trees that are already decided to go naked, right? I'm like, oh no, I'm not ready for, like, the thing is, I love fall. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. But right behind fall comes like bitter cold winter. I'm up in Whitecourt, Alberta, Canada. So when it's cold, it's cold. Like, it's really cold. Okay, so first off, you can see I have the full 12 by 12 sheet here of the stickers, which is awesome. I love getting this full sheet because then I have so many options. You can really see the colors that are part of this kit as well. So that's really nice. Then I have 3 sheets of pattern paper and 2 sheets of cardstock. So this cardstock is like a soft craft. It's not even craft. It looks more like those brown envelopes, right? That's a brown envelope color. And then we've got 3 sheets of pattern paper. This first one, this is the fall fever paper. This one has cute little wreaths all over it. Look how cute those are with all the leaves. And then we've got a really nice red. It looks a little darker than what I'm seeing on my screen. It's a little hint of burgundy kind of to it with the black lines. And they're kind of really sketchy. They're kind of like almost straight, but not quite straight. Your Thanksgiving is creeping up on you, says Diane. Totally. We have our Thanksgiving is on the 10th of October. My birthday is actually on the 7th. So we usually end up celebrating my birthday and Thanksgiving right around the same time, which I actually love. So, because I always get like a family party for my birthday, right? Everybody's all together. And it's like, oh yeah, by the way, happy birthday, Alice. Which I'll take because like for me, getting together with my family is one of the best parts. So yeah, of this blue one, it's like blue gray. It's like definitely has that blue, but it's almost like a gray color with little plus signs over. Oh, I really like this. This is pretty. They have plaid design on the leaves. Look how cute that is. Yeah, that's really nice. Oh, and then talk about plaid. That's actually pretty nice. Like it would be a lot if you're just like using all of it, but by the time you make a layout and you cover up a whole bunch of it, right? Then it's just like, you're covering up that much and you see some of this. How pretty is that? Okay. And then, ooh, a nice yellow. I quite like fall yellow colors. It's funny because at one time, only sunny yellow was allowed. Hey, tell me, do you like fall yellows, or do some of them kind of make you think of like, I don't know, like baby poop or something? Like, because that was how what I used to think about fall yellows. The fact that I like a mustard, like the rich mustard. I'm not talking about the bright yellow. I'm talking about like actual mustard seed yellow. The fact that I like that now, that's a change. That's a change for me. Okay, what we didn't look at is what was my extra embellishment. Okay, so let's see. It's here. Okay. Let's see, it's this one. So I've got this partial pack. So you can see it's kind of like open and stuff already. They've split it, which you get with a lot of the embellishments that you get in kits are kind of broke apart. So you don't necessarily have them all, but this would be enough for me. So partial pack of enamel dots. Perfect. That finishing touch to every page, right? Okay, so the next up is Simple Stories Into the Wild. Ooh, that sounds fun. Okay, let's find that one. So Into the Wild. You guys, I did not know this, but I was literally printing pictures from our trip to the zoo. I didn't actually print the zoo ones. I printed a different story, but I might actually print some of the zoo pictures. because this looks a little, oh yeah. It's like, okay, so here's my first peek. What did I get for embellishments? I have part of a sheet. Um, Kathy, I love it. I do okay with fall yellow. I have a harder time with duck poop green. See, this is why we have to scrapbook together, because this is like the best part of hanging out with friends when you scrapbook. Okay, so I've got this cut apart sheet. So they've cut this apart. So I got some of the tags, and look at the fun tags. Hang in there, stay wild, child, stand tall. Love it. Like it's like very like has that kid feel to it. But like if you're going to the zoo, okay, seriously, I took my husband to the zoo. I'm like, I want to go to the zoo. He's like, can we take Jesse's kids with us? His brother's kids. I'm like, I guess so. But he was right. Taking the kids was a lot more fun than just going by ourselves. And yeah, we had a really good day with the kids, actually. Okay, so there's all these little pieces. So they've taken a cut up the die cut pack and they've split it up. So I got some of the stuff. I brought a giraffe. I don't know if they had giraffes at that zoo, actually. I'm trying to think. They have an elephant. There's a cute little tortoise or turtle. Life is good. They have the elephant. I did get to see the elephant at the zoo. Look how cute that little elephant is. Their elephant. Okay, so they have the same elephant that I would have seen as a little kid at the zoo now. It's been there forever. Donna says, hey, y'all, packing for the beach house and watching. Be brave. And then we've got little footprints, and there's a flashlight and a little flower and leaf. And then in here it says wild one and go wild. Well, I could definitely use that with those kids, because like they're the kind of kids, if there's something to climb on, they've already climbed onto it. And yeah, we had a lot of fun. Yes. Okay, so this zoo stuff. I did not print the zoo pictures. Actually, now I'm like kind of regretting that. Now that I see awesome little zoo things. I wasn't predicting that there was zoo stuff in here. I could have looked, but that's cheating, right? Okay, what else have we got? What do we got? We have 3 sheets. I was saying got. That bugs me when I do it, but I still do it. We have 3 sheets of pattern paper, 2 sheets of cardstock. Ooh, in this nice red color. It is hibiscus red from Basil. It's kind of a smoother one, actually. And has my puppy Wild. Puppies can be that way. I know my mom and dad's is. It's like, oh boy. So look at this pretty print. This is really nice. It has like, some of the tropical leaves that we've seen with like hibiscus type flowers, I guess. Pretty. Ooh, a nice yellow stripe. Like that. A lot. And then we've got a beautiful diagonal stripe. Oh, this alone. Okay, well, I'd probably want to steal something from this other side, but like anything on this, anytime you have like that little border of diagonal stripe or using it in layers, oh my gosh, it's just great. On this other side, we've got like the cut apart sheet with all of the different animals and sayings, or you don't have to cut it apart. Actually, I like that too. And then we've got some polka dots in red. Oh, and another cut apart sheet. So I've got lots of little options for sayings and animals with this one. And the red, the yellow, the stripe. We've got some nice basics. So even if you weren't going to the zoo, like say you're like, definitely haven't been going to the zoo. Look at how good this pack is for with this floral. And then you're not like worried about any zoo stuff. So whatever. And like the wild one, that doesn't have to be in it. That does not have to be a zoo trip. That can just be life having kids. Okay, let's see what's in my embellishment pack. Good for you for not looking at what will be in those kits. I'm on YouTube the first day of every month to see what will be in the ScrapRoom kit. The suspense is too much. I love it. Okay, here we have, this is my extra embellishments. So I have some die cuts. So I've got a nice assortment of die cuts. This will just be part of the pack. I love having like these kind of pieces, like the little tag and label and like the little all of that kind of stuff. I love those pieces so much because I tend to use them quite a bit. I really like words. So words that are like the ones that are here on those foam stickers, I really tend to use those a lot. Characters like this are usually not my thing, but look how cute he is with his little journaling spot in the middle of his belly. So that's actually a potential. Yeah, so little pieces, some little journal pieces that you could put some notes on. Like it, very good. And honestly, like for being like going to the zoo or something like this, like I look at this kit and I'm like, that's probably enough for me, right? Because I'm probably wouldn't be scrapbooking like this is every animal we saw at the zoo. So this assortment right here for a trip to the zoo, or you know, like I said, used for other things too would be fine. That would be enough for me. So yeah, it's kind of perfect. Okay. Well, that's a good one. What else have we got? Next up, it says, oh, I totally missed. I didn't do this in the order that's on my sheet. That's funny. Okay. The first one that was actually listed was Doodlebug. So it was near the top. Missed it completely. Hilarious. Anyway, so let's get back to that. Okay, we've got Doodlebug, and this one is called Seaside Summer. And so we've got some little embellishments. Let's look at the papers first this time, actually. Wouldn't want you guys to be able to predict what I'm going to do, right? She always looks at the embellishments first. Nope. Okay, so we got 3 sheets of pattern paper, 2 sheets of cardstock. This is a Basil. It is the coconut swirl, which is smooth textured. And so then 3 sheets of paper. I love the colors palette already. Like how nice is this color palette? So we've got this one that has the florals and tropical leaves. And on the back, it is green, very, very nice green, actually, with the leaves and stuff in the background. And then we have a plaid paper. Doodlebug does plaids really good. The kind of like lawn fawn plaids, awesome. Ooh, these are cute. So we've got little kawaii smiley faces. That's like, I think, as long as I pronounce it right, that means cute in Japanese. My son taught me that when he came back from his trip to Japan. And maybe I emphasized it wrong and totally said something that wasn't right. Feel free to correct me. But yeah, here's the cute little sunshines on the paper. And we all know I'm partial to yellow paper. And then we've got this blue one. It has kind of just a little subtle wave pattern in the background. And then, oh, that's fun. It has some little crabs and seagulls and sea stars and shells and stuff on there. So, you know, if you're looking at the crazy pattern side, here's the crazy pattern side. And if you're looking like, oh, that's a lot, then look at these great options that kind of tone it all down. Isn't that nice? I love it when papers do that, where they have one side that's a little bold and the other side's like, oh, okay, I can use that. I'm actually the other way. I'm like, oh, this is really fun. but the fact that you kind of need both when you're scrapbooking is very important. So okay, so also included with my flavors kit are these embellishments, and I can see a bunch of die cuts in here. So they broke up a die cut pack. I've got a good assortment. There's some that are smaller, and oh, there's some sparkles in here too. I love little sparkles. And here we've got a little margarita or something. Some little characters. Oh, there's a little squid character. Oh my gosh, I saw a video the other day, and it was a young octopus, and it was like in a tank. The guy has his octopus in a tank, and when it was young, it was kind of every time he'd come close to the cage, it would turn itself so it looked like a squid. I'm not even kidding. Like it would take its upper body and make it look kind of triangular and bulbed out like a squid, and then it would kind of take its tentacles off to the side. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I'm like, Yeah, he said now that he knows me, he doesn't do that anymore. But when he was little, he used to do this all the time. So there's like cute little things. Look at the little beach house. I want to go somewhere where they have these little beach houses. Have you guys ever been to a place that has the cute little beach houses like that? I think those are just adorable. I did not know that was like a real thing, like in the world, right? Because I had never been to a place like that. And I'm like, that is so cute. And they usually have them painted such jaunty colors and stuff. Oh my gosh. Sun, sand, and good times. I love that they made sure I had both pieces. So I have not just good or times, I have good times. That's really nice. And I've actually noticed that they must do that like on purpose when they do their kits, because I've never had like half of a phrase in my kit. So I think they're kind of careful. Right, like just thoughtful, right? They're scrapbookers. They know what they would want when they're making their pages too. I think that's important. Okay, so this is great. What's in my bonus? In my add-on embellishment kit, I got the full sheet of 12 by 12 stickers. The 12 by 12 sticker sheet. So lots of cool sayings. Summer, hair gets lighter, skin gets darker, water gets warmer, drinks get colder, music gets louder, nights get longer, life gets better. That's really sweet. I've actually never seen that before. And I love it. Another day in paradise, sand and sea. This is the life. And then we've got some nice border strips along here too. Have you guys heard this before? Like, that's not one that I've really seen before. It seems like something that would have been around, but you know, it's not familiar. Okay, so those ones printed, and let's have a look here. So final one. Final one. We have the kit from Simple Stories. And that means there's two Simple Stories ones in here, but this is part of their Simple Vintage line. So this is Simple Vintage Lakeside. Now, I had looked at this kit and I wanted to buy some of this kit, but I did not buy some of this kit. So I'm pretty excited to be getting this in my kit right now. So that is great. Oh, this is like sliding just a little bit. Yeah, okay. It's doing its best here, I guess. Well, what happens when you have to move your cameras around, right? Get to fiddle with them a little. Okay. So, ooh, I don't know if they've done this before. Maybe they have. I'm interested. So in my kit, I've got part of one of those 12 by 12 sheets of stickers. And so Simple Stories actually makes these ones banner stickers. So it's like this great big long banner that stretches across your whole page. And I've got one part of that banner sticker. So they've cut this one up. That's really cute. That's an interesting thing. I don't know if they've done that. If they've done that and I just forgot, let me know, because I think that's an interesting way to give us like, you know, some of that. Because honestly, when I've had the sheets that had like, what do they have, 3 or 4 of the banners on them? I'm like, oh, that's a lot of those giant banners. But having one of them, that kind of makes a little more sense for me. Beth says, it's one reason I check the kits as soon as I can. I want to make sure I don't buy something I'm going to get in the kit. I'm like, well, that would be like a good way of doing it. It's not always the way I've always done it, but so funny. I'd love to see you use that banner, says Elizabeth. It's cool. I'm looking at the banner and like, you actually have like these little words in the middle of the banner. Well, those actually come out as separate stickers. And then the whole space is open. So the banner is actually like little frames with a couple little embellishments like at the ends and here in the middle. But these 3 are actual frames that you could slip something in. So that's interesting. And I like, she's like, challenge me. I'd love to see you use that banner. I'm listening. And I'm like, ooh, what do I have for pictures that go with this? Because I have some pretty like ice cream related photos printed right now, but I could run off something else that's really quick here. That doesn't, as long as the printer is cooperating, it's good. Yeah, it's very well thought out. I like that. So also included in this kit, so this is like all part of it, there are some die cuts and some enamel dots. So you can see I've got an assortment of die cut pieces. They're very like nature, right? I've got like mushrooms. Oh, there's a little bear and a duck. It's dragonfly, butterfly, some leaves. And then I've got like little enamel dots as well. So that's nice. Little pieces of nature, I guess. Nature, right? It's lakeside. I'm hoping I'm not seeing bears when I go lakeside. I'm just saying. It's like, I don't mind seeing them from the safety of my car as I go down the road. Other places, no thank you. Oh, that's kind of my that's my comfort zone. Okay, let's have a look at the papers. There are 3 sheets of pattern paper, 2 sheets of cardstock. This cardstock is called Black Op. Yeah, it has a little bit of texture, not as textured as some of the basil paper. Yeah. Okay, 3 sheets. Here's the initial little peek. We got this one that has the butterflies all over it. I really love their simple vintage collections. I have to say, like, the styling of them really appeals to me. And look at them. Okay, I'm already peeking. I'm peeking. I'm peeking. So we've got a cut apart sheet. Big fish story. Oh my gosh, that's like the only kind of fish story, isn't it? Leave the road, take the trails, sunshine and lake time, explore more. We've got like one that could be like journaling. Lake days are the best days. And around here, like lakes are definitely, lakes and rivers are kind of where we would end up. I'm pretty far from oceans, so that tends to not be. Look at this diagonal stripe. It's actually got like a little bit of texture, grungy stuff in the background. Like it's almost like has a slight faded look. So that is coming through kind of on the camera. And I'm going to tell you, it, like when you look at it a lot, it's like, whoa, your eyes start to go crossed. But look how nice it is when you start matting things against that stripe. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Okay. On the back, ooh, this is pretty. So this is actually almost too pretty. But we've got like a floral-ish design. And then there's like almost like newsprint in the background or something. Oh, I think it's actually like words from a plant book or something. Yeah, it's interesting. And then it's got like little details around the edge. So it would make a good background sheet right off the beginning right there. Interesting. And then we've got kind of like a structured plaid. If I was going to call that something, would you call that structured plaid? Oh yeah. And then we've got little ducks and dragonflies and stuff. And it's like a wood grain, but with a little bit of the animals. But if you notice what they've done, they like it's wood grain and it has the little things on it, but they're not in your face. Like look at the colors that they've made, right? Like you could kind of almost not see them and just look at it as like a wood grain. So that's kind of neat. Interesting. So this is pretty. So what is in my bonus embellishment? Last thing left in the kit. Ooh, one of the sheets from the puffy stickers. They're not puffy, they're the foam backed stickers. Oh, I really like these texture stickers, the ones that are a little bit thick, because that saves me from having to cut all my own dimensional foam, which I use a lot of. So that tends to be a thing. Okay, well, this looks really fun. Outdoors, adventure, explore the outdoors, good times, more to explore. Wherever you are, be all there. Isn't that like true for life, right? Take the trails, love this, home away from home, explore your world. Well, isn't that nice? Okay, well, I did do some lake type stuff. And I did have that. I'd like to see you use that banner comment. Let's see what we got for a picture from the lake. We went just recently. And Sure, I can grab a couple of lake shots. The funny thing is, there's no pictures of us on paddle boards. That's probably the thing that we did the most there is paddle boards, which is kind of funny. Okay, so let's have a look at that banner really quick. Now, these pictures or these sections where the photos would go would be pretty small if you're putting photos in them, which you wouldn't have to do, but you could. And I have the option of printing photos in any size that I wish, so that's kind of fun too. So a banner with a little, I think a little cluster of photos. I'm just having a look at what I have for photos. I literally have a picture of my brother with a dragonfly on his arm. I landed on him. So this kit is kind of looking almost like perfect for what we're doing. I'm going to pick 4 photos that are vertical photos. And then I'm going to have those with these other ones. Actually, this one's not a vertical photo, but I'm gonna probably cut it to vertical. Oh no, it won't print in that right size. 1, 2, 3. I'll print this one too. Okay, so I'm going to put them all onto one sheet. There we go. And I'll print that and I'll show you what I did. I use just my photos program when I'm doing this. And when I'm using my photos program, it allows you to change your sizes custom. Do you guys want to actually see that part? I can do that, right? I could show you the actual thing, because I know people are always asking about like, how do you get things to fit into the sizes that you want. So I'm just going to show you in mine. And I know that that doesn't work for every photo option, but so many people use a Mac computer and maybe use the photos program that I'm just going to share that here just in case it's something that you're not taking advantage of and you have this too. I don't need the sound from the screen. Okay, so I went in here and these are the photos that I'm looking at from our trip. First we'd gone to a museum. Oh my gosh, I saw the cutest things, you guys. This was a Valentine's Day card from like 1900 and it was just amazing. So you can still see that, right? So those are some of the details on this Valentine's card at this museum. Way distracted too. 1905. But how cute is that? I know. I was just like, that's adorable. Okay, back on task. Oh, and this font on this calendar. Look at this font from this calendar from 1938. I thought that font was super fun. Just crazy things that I see. And I'm like, I need to take a picture of that. So here we are at the lake. I've got this picture with my brother with the dragonfly on his arm. I'm looking for vertical photos. Oh, here's another vertical one. I didn't print that one. I got pictures of me with my friend. We've got family kind of at the lake. We've got chaos of dogs. That's definitely part of our story. So I'm gonna just take my ruler and have a look to see how big some of these little holes are. So 3 by 2 and 2 by 2. So if I printed photos in those sizes, like if I chose a couple of those to print in those sizes, then they're going to fit really well in here. I also have this one with my son and my nephew, and I really liked that one too. So I'm going to print this one first because I want it to be custom size. Now you can see at the bottom here, the custom size ratio is 1.8 by 2.6. Now that means that it's going to be 2.6 wide. I actually have to change this because I want it to be 2.6 tall now. So I'm going to just pick a new size for the no, it's not 3.5. There. So now it's going to be bigger, but it's going to be the right height, and I'll be able to use it with the other pictures that I printed. So that is sneaky. As long as you know what size your horizontal or your verticals are, then you can repeat that with other pictures. So that's printing for me now. So I'll just cancel out of that one. And then I want some little pictures that I can put into these frames. So I just measured them like 2 by 2 and 3 by 2. So these little pictures like by the lake, they're not amazing pictures, right? They're kind of chaotic. And, you know, it's more of a laugh than anything. They're not going to make for beautiful photos, but I think that having them here will be great. So I'm going to pick one of those ones, one of these ones, one of these ones, and maybe one of these ones. They're not amazing pictures, right? I just work with what I have. And now I'm going to change them to 1.8 by 2.8. And I did 1.8 so that they all fit on the same sheet, so I don't have to take more paper. So I've learned that fits. Like if I take 2, it doesn't print them right to the edge very well, even when I'm on borderless setting. But now I have all of these pictures, and they should all fit into those little boxes from the print, like from the cut sheet, like the sticker sheet. So I'll have some pictures that will fit in there. Okay. So I'll let those continue printing. I'll be back. Will this be saved where I can view it later? Yeah. I post these on my YouTube, and then in our Scrap Happy group, I post them into our monthly live replays from that YouTube as well. So yeah, like this is just in the Photos app, and basically the Photos app application that we use on your Mac laptop. If you're using something else, obviously you have different settings, different things, but I think it's just so handy to be able to print the size that you want. Like I got my printer right there, and I can have photos in exactly the size that I need. And I think that, like, I still hear often from people that they're not good at doing that or whatever. And you know, even if you're not using photos as your main photo storage, you can use it just to throw a picture into it so that you can print them into those sizes you need. Yeah. Beth says, this is how I do my photos. I make an album, throw all my photos from events into the album, then I can rearrange and prioritize so that she can decide which each poses that she wants to use. I love it. See? And I think that by having this this option, right, that makes it so much easier for us. Okay, so now these are those pictures that I just printed. So they've come out, they look fine. But when I put them in here, like I'll be able to put the main part of the action into these spaces behind these stickers, right? So I'll take this part out. So it's about this size, right? So I'm just going to turn it over so I don't accidentally end up sticking it to my photo. So you'll see that this will line up, and they'll line up into all of those little boxes, right? So I can put that other one on top and have them kind of backed in there. Cool. I know I don't normally share that kind of stuff, but I think that sometimes like it's like this hidden part, and like somebody has this magical thing figured out, and it's like, how come nobody ever told me it could be that easy? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. You know, Actually, I used to find the Photos program actually better when it was iPhoto. I actually liked it so much better when it was iPhoto, and then they switched, and I'm like, did you have to? Because I didn't like it as much. Okay, so I'm just looking to see what paper I want for a background. This is way too busy, but I want to include this somewhere. This is nice, but I need something that's a little, actually that might be good. It's the contrast. I'm looking at the contrast of the white of these frames with these things. I think this paper would make a good kind of background for my layout to build on. So I might even put that onto, I love this so much. I love this strap. Oh, we're gonna have to use some of that for sure. But I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna plan to put that in the full background. Make my full background, but because I want to be able to use some of the other paper from it, or maybe more of this, I'm going to cut it down to size so that it's just a little frame to go in the background. So I just cut from like 1 to 11, and I turn it and cut from 11 to 1, and I turn it, and I cut from 1 to 11, and then I turn it one more time, and I cut from 11 to 1. And as long as I put that at 1 inch the whole time, then you have your perfect little frame piece. And then we have this one. Oh, see, I like that paper too. So hard when there's so many nice papers. Now, double-sided paper is awesome and painful. And painful, right? I hate having to give some of it up. Okay, but because I'm going to be cutting this down to fit on here, let's see how much do I want of that to be exposed. I'm going to cut off 1/2 inch. I'm going to cut like a nice 1/2 inch down the side here. So at least I'll have a strip of this. That's a nice strip. I'll turn it and cut another 1/2 inch off. This will be my background with the funny ducks. This will be a dark looking page compared to what I normally would make, right? It's a lot darker, but I really like it. I'm contemplating about that black paper. I just don't use black, like that kind of stuff lots for a background. Okay. So now my next big thing that I want to think about is the layers for my photos. So I printed all of these ones here as just kind of like a little collage. Now, the one thing that I wish they would let me do is move the pictures around on the collage. And you'll notice that I picked all vertical photos so that I could be lazy and not have to cut them apart. Now, this photo here is not exactly at the lake. Actually, some of those aren't actually. They're part of the same weekend, but I kind of wanted this picture to be in one of these. So it's not just me and Jonas and me and Jonas and me and my friend and my brother. I wanted to put my kid there, but it wasn't quite the right, because it was a horizontal, not a vertical. I made it as tall so that you can see it's the same height as these ones now. You see how it's the same? Oh, that's the sneaky part of knowing those numbers, so that you can then go ahead and make it the same here. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let's cut this out with a tiny little bit of the white here. And then I'll cut it down to fit where one of those photos was, right there. And I don't know the exact size, so I'll just put it on here and line it up and see if I cut off right there. And I'm not even going to worry about taking this picture. If I want that picture for something else, I'll just cut it out. So it's good. I'm just going to cut this so it fits in here. And then ta-da, there's my little collage, and I didn't have to do a ton of work to make it. So I think that's gonna be good. So I'm gonna have that as my main photo collage. And then these other pictures from the lake right here, I'm just gonna pop those, like 3 of them, you know, I'll pop them into this little frame thing at the top of this page. Now I want to layer some more color and stuff here. And but yeah, I think this will be pretty good. Adhesive. It's always like going missing on my table. Oh, is this one worn out? Yeah, this one's worn out. Right, that was the one I needed. Okay, how about this one? Oh, I think this one's good. Okay. Okay, let's get some adhesive on here. Why is it not coming out? Okay, there it is. There, now I've got this photo in that spot. So I've got my little collage and it's ready and done. Anytime I can cheat, that's good. 7 pics on a 12 by 12. I got to start resizing my photos. It's tough because, you know, when you print a big photo, it has a lot of impact. In fact, I love printing really big photos, but my printer is being a jerk when it comes to printing larger photos. So it's just not feeding photo paper that's large. It'll print on a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, but not an 8.5 by 11 sheet of photo paper. I'm like, jerk. You gotta start playing along. I don't know what has gone wrong with it. Okay, I'm gonna stick this down before, you know, I start doing all the stuff and I end up with my ducks sideways or something like that. Let's get my ducks in a row. I'm like, ooh, I actually brought that in at the right place. Let's get my ducks in a row, get them put on the background so that that's ready to go. And there we go. Perfect. Yes. I feel like this will be like such a good accomplishment because we just went to this lake September long weekend. Like that was the weekend we went. That was so recent, right? When you scrapbook something that is so recent, it's just amazing. Okay, so this, I feel like you need to have those on this side, not this side, because of where my face is, I think, and with my brother pointing this way, there, I guess he's going to come to this side. So that's good. What else do I have here? Oh, I have that pretty butterfly paper. Like, look how cool that is with the butterfly or the dragonfly landed on his arm. Oh, that was neat. So the worst part about this weekend, I have no pictures of my parents and it was their anniversary and I don't know how that happened. So the closest I have to pictures of my parents, and my mom is in this picture here. I think my dad's in the background of one picture. Like, I'm like, how did we not take pictures of them? Oh, bad kids. Let's just call us bad kids. That would be fair at this point. Okay, so I've got these cut apart cards. I think I need a little, I'm gonna mat this with this blue. I think I almost need another solid color in this, right? We definitely got some red happening in here, but I think with the oranges that ties that in not too bad, so it's all good. Yeah, but I'm gonna frame this. Actually, I'm gonna cut it. Do I need another piece of that? Oh, I might. Okay, so let's get this framed. Once I get this page kind of assembled, then we'll do the draw for the free kit. So that's coming up soon. I'm really excited. And if you're on my email list, then you would have got a Friday 5 email. It's the first one I've sent in kind of ages. And I shared a different photo tip on there about using your photo library, because almost all photo libraries, so this is not just for Mac people, you can go onto your phone and you can search in your photo library, or you can go into your Google Photos if you're using that, or your Apple Photos if you're using it on a Mac, and you can search for random things and find them. And so it's really helpful if you remember, oh my gosh, like we went over to my aunt's and she has that dog, and I had like 5 pictures of the dog. And you're trying to find that picture of your aunt. You don't really care necessarily about the dog, but you want to find that picture of your aunt. Well, you can go in, search the word dog, the pictures will come up with the dog, and then you can use that date to go and find the picture that you actually want of your aunt. I do that all the time, and it is so helpful when you are trying to find something that was a little elusive on your scrapbooking. So I love that. Big fish story, explore more. I want to have like a title, so I'm like contemplating. Oh, I do have this full sheet. Oh, I do have this full sheet. We've got good times, adventure, outdoors, home away from home. Love this. Well, I would be laughing at the love this because I definitely love being with my family, but there was all of these dramas, like dog dramas, almost all dog dramas. Yeah, so I actually I'm gonna put a few sprinkles of the words. I think that will be fun. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna need something on here to be able to add some words. So I'm actually going to take this little cut apart thing and get this snuck on here so that I can add a little bit of journaling. Now, if that journaling turns out to not be enough space, because that happens sometimes, another thing I like to do is make like a little accordion or something so that I can get a little more journaling snuck in there. So you know, if I find I don't have enough space and I want to share more stories, then lots of times I turn that spot with the journaling into a little accordion. So I'll just like pull this like off and like make a little accordion that this turns into. But I don't really know right now where my journaling will head. Okay, we got this. We almost have this. And when you have a cut apart sheet like this, it's super easy, like depending on what the squares are like, or rectangles or whatever, you can cut like a strip and then you can accordion fold this, and sometimes that's perfect. And especially depending on like what your back is, if it's like a nice, sometimes it's perfect. It turns out like it has like perfect lines, so you can journal right into the lines and you're like, oh, wasn't that convenient? So actually, I plan for this to have like a pop down. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. I'm going to take my own advice right now. And even though this doesn't have like actual spot that I could journal in very well, because you can't really journal on those butterflies, I can easily add like a couple little sheets of paper on top of that. So I'm going to do that right now. Plan for extra journaling. Then if I need more inside, like I can just make something that flops open, right? Oh yeah. Good morning. I have a PD day today, says Lindsay. And I'll listen while I work on documents. Great so far. Fun oh my gosh, yes. ScrapRoom has great stuff. Okay. So then I just need to give myself a little hint that something's inside. You see there's a little arrow here. So I think I'll definitely use that once I start putting that together. Oh, there's these little sticker arrows too. Perfect. Okay, let's stick this on here. And I've planned for some journaling, which is very helpful, because otherwise it's really easy to kind of skip journaling and not leave it a space. I've got this great place for the banner. I kind of want something that pulls me a little more this way across the page. So I'm going to use a little more of this stripe. I think so. Okay, a little bit narrower than that, I think. Go here to bring me a little more across. That might be too long, but I can shorten it up. So that's why I haven't stuck anything down yet. It takes me a while. It takes me a while to commit. Okay, so now we've got this sticker and I want to sneak my photos in the background. This is probably the widest one. I'm trying to see which one kind of has, this is more of the drama. So I actually like those three more. That's more of the drama. There was drama. All the dogs. Okay, so since I am doing this, I'll just cut these apart with my scissors, and I'm going to sneak them in the back of those frames. So this one. Yeah, and they'll be great size for that. So I'm going to sneak this off a little bit, but not all the way. Because I want to be able to deal with it in sections. And stick. I got the stick in there. Do you see? I don't know. I was like half off camera probably. That one's ready to go. And sometimes, like, if you don't want to print your photos to fit in there, like, you can just decorate with like little things in there. It doesn't have to be pictures. I just like have lots of pictures from here, and like that would be extra fun for me to get them in there. And these were the other two. No, this is the other one that I was going to use. Okay. I was going to do this one and this one. And so I have to cut this down a little bit on the sides because I just printed it to the right height. I didn't worry about the width. That's easy enough to change. I gotta cut a little off of here. Well, I think that's gone pretty good. And now we've got the next one. I gotta cut that one down a little bit too. Let's see, right here. And here. And let's pop that into here. And so you can see, like, by leaving it on the sheet as much as possible right now, it's given me the chance to kind of play with it without having to commit. Now, I think on my sheet here, now that I have the pictures actually stuck in, because like it's a sticker, I'm going to actually pop this up on my sheet. Doesn't that make a nice little border across there? So cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's bring that back to my sheet so that it can do its thing. I got to get my pop-up foam, and this page is almost feeling done. We're like getting there. Ooh, and then I'll add a few little embellishments. Love it. Pop-up foam. Oh, I didn't lose it. I have one of these big rolls somewhere in my room. I could not find it. Could not find it at all. And I'm just like, I know it's somewhere. I just broke down and I bought another one. Just like it's here somewhere. So tell me, what is the biggest thing that you've lost in your scrapbook room? Or maybe you don't have that problem. What is the biggest thing that you've lost in your scrapbook room? Couldn't find it. And when you found it, you're like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't know if this roll, because like it was like they're big rolls. Like, how does that go missing? But they do. They can. Yeah, so I'd love to know, like, how does that, what's the biggest thing that you've lost or like temporarily lost in your scrapbook room or in your house? It's all good. And when you found it, where you're like, how on earth can I not see that? Oh, Beth, yeah, I love it. She's like, I lose my trimmer on a regular basis. I don't know if you saw me right at the beginning of, I'm like, I moved my trimmer. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna lose it there. That's real. Losing your trimmer. Yeah. Sharon, I lose my iPad all the time under the piles, right? Those piles, they get us. Okay, so I got enough of these little things. Probably. Ugh. It's not that I want to be cheap on foam tape. It's like I hate peeling off all the little sticker paper afterwards. And this stuff is actually not bad. Like we've all had that foam tape with the terrible sticker paper that doesn't want to come off. And it's like, how does that, like, what? It's like, no. Okay. Okay, I think this will be good. I didn't stick this down yet. Do I like it there? Where's my words gonna go? Let's have a look quickly. This is on foam tape now, so it will sort of stay. Should I sneak my words in there, or do I want to have this higher? Oh, I like that actually. Maybe a little narrower, and then title. Explore the outdoors. Adventure. Oh, I think I'm going to take the word outdoors, and then I'm going to sneak it down and say outdoor adventure. Do we have another outdoor? Oh, maybe, no, those are not. Explore, outdoors. Always plural. Oh, an adventure is going to be too big to fit there. Okay, let's bring this down just a little bit more. So if I bring this up a little bit more, then it's a little closer. Then I don't have this weird gap. And then I can put my title more here, right? Explore the outdoors. Take the trails. Outdoors. Adventure, outdoors. Oh, I like an outdoor adventure so much better. Just cut the S off, says Danielle. I know. Like, overthink it much. Yes, I do. So if you find yourself caught in that same little thing where you're like, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. Like, how many times will I move this one little thing back and forth 1/4 inch on a page just so that I know I got it just right? Then afterwards you're like, why'd this page take so long? No idea. No idea at all. Good. And this will come down and overlap a little bit over the top of my photo. I kind of want everything just like a little connected, right? Oh, and I didn't want to leave too much space there. Oh, I could put like a different little thing up in there. I liked explore your world, my favorite place to be. Yeah, okay, I'll put like a little thing up there so it doesn't feel so empty in there. Excellent. Okay, so let's stick this down. I was running out of space for the two big words. I wanted them both, but I was running out of space for how I could see them on my page. That was my dilemma with that. Okay. I do like the little subtle duck print stuff in the background, actually. I was like, do we like that? I guess I do. Okay, and that. Okay, I'm going to stick this down now at the top. It's going to be just a little overlapped. Oh, like when it finally comes together, it's like, oh, good. Yeah, yep, that works. It's good. It's done. You know, there's always like the little touches that come in at the end. I think right there. There we go. 7 pictures on the page. I could sneak more in here, you know. I could totally come in there and sneak more in there. But I'm gonna stick this down right now. So sorry, Moose, you're gone to me. want that to stick good at the top. And I'm gonna slide a so even if I don't decide to put more journaling in there, I can just journal on top of here. Nobody will ever know. It'll be fine. But if I do decide to do more journaling, I can easily slide it in here. I've got this little arrow that kind of would tell us to peek that we can do, but I'm going to put this on here right there to kind of fill in that like weird little gap that I had right there. And then I have something right here. I need a oh, I don't want to cover up the little dude like the almost covered up my dragonfly, you guys. Not good. Enjoy the view or more to explore. How about we'll enjoy the view? That will work. And then I don't mess up my dragonfly. And then I am going to take the advice, Daniela, and I am going to cut off the S. And like, is it going to look perfect? Totally. Totally. It's going to totally look perfect, you guys. It'll be fine. Okay. And I'm just going to take my little so when you cut something, you can leave like those little edges and it can be like slightly, it might not look like it's all part of it, but just like by filing that edge up, kind of ties it all in a little bit more. So it doesn't stand out so much. So now we've got outdoor adventure. The adventure can bring us over here. Okay, and then all I have is this for some journaling. I'm going to take this little fern thing here. I'm going to tuck this in underneath there, I think, actually. Let me have a look. Do I like that? Oh, this is what happens when you stick stickers down. Yeah, I'm going to stick that in there. Okay. So what happens when you stick stickers down? You peel them up and you re-stick them down again. And then we need a little thing here. I'm going to draw attention to the fact that this is a dragonfly here, but we need a little, get something out of here. Just another dragonfly. I need a, like a little roundish thing. Oh, here, there's like a little. And this dragonfly. Oh, do I want that there? There. I want to make him go this way off my page, but I kind of want to draw attention to the fact that he's there. That color. I almost need like a bigger thing here, but I think we're going to just go with it. We're just going with it. Oh, this looks like I'm pointing at something on this picture. That looks weird. I don't like that. I'm not pointing at something on that picture. That's not the right color, but it'll work. Okay. This looks okay. I want to have like a little something naturey down here, I think. I do like this one. Too big, too big, too big, too big, too big. Okay, too big. We'll go with this little guy right here. Oh, right here. Sure, I like it. Okay, no. Okay. No, no. Okay, enamel dots. Oh, that one's getting away from me. And then I think this might be the first layout you guys have almost seen like come to like a full like completion. Like, would I be surprised by that? No. Usually embellishing is like a challenge, I'm gonna say, but this one just seemed good. I'll bring another little piece in there. There. That guy's over on his lonesome, but I don't know that I like that actually. Okay. There, that's better. Okay. I think we're gonna call that done. I think we're gonna call that done. The banner came out super cute with all of the little pictures inside. And like, honestly, if I printed that picture big, it's still not a good picture. It's like people far away in a lake, right? And so I think for me, like looking at these pictures, it's more of like the memories of the things than the pictures, which is why I don't mind them being kind of small and somewhat insignificant on there. I think I am going to add this on here before I forget about adding that. So, and then, yeah, so we've got all the pictures with the fun little banner. It's popped up a little bit. You can see like with the puffy stickers, it's popped up a little bit here and there. And I've got my title that says outdoor adventure instead of like adventure outdoors, which seemed weird. But yeah, and then like the little embellishments, they just seem to go today. Some days I struggle, but this was good. Okay, well, that is good. I think we should do a draw. I'm a little bit later in doing the draw, I think, but I don't know. I think it's okay. Let's move my camera back to here. And I'll get to look at you for a little bit. So somewhere is my phone, and we'll do a draw. I need to see our participants. We've got 23. Oh, that's a quiet day today, you guys. Quiet day. So we got 23. One of them is me, so we'll do the draw out of 22. And your odds are fantastic for being able to win today. I'm pulling up a random number generator on my phone, putting it in for 22, and I will hit the generate button. 19. So let's go down to the bottom of the list. 22, 21, 20, and 19. Phyllis Heimdall, you are our winner today. So congratulations, Phyllis. I will get you to send me an email to alice@alicebowl.com so that we can get you hooked up with your prize. Let me write this. Yay. Well, that's so nice. Congratulations. Aw, everybody's so sweet. I don't see anybody saying, aw, I didn't win. You guys are also nice. Phyllis says, thank you so much. Well, thank you to the Scrap Room for hooking us up with the prizes, because I happily pay for my own kits every month. I'm so happy to get my supplies, but I'm so grateful that they put up a prize for us to give away during these sessions. They are amazing kits, like you've seen. So easy to scrapbook with. Like, this page just worked out so well. And I love the variety of this stuff. So I can't express my gratefulness to them enough for allowing me to give away a prize for their of their wonderful products. Like, the way they curate the kits, they're very easy to use, right? Like you have the pieces that you need to put together to actually do scrapbooking. And like, let's have a look at what I have left, because I was pretty product heavy. I used a lot of my stuff to make this page. But let's have a look at what I have left. Christina, so nice to catch a live, even though I had to do housework. Well, I'm glad that we could keep you company while you do the dreaded housework. I don't know what you, which is the hardest one for you. Laundry is probably my hardest one. So I'm glad to have kept you company for that. Okay, so let's have a look at what's left in my kit. I've got my page done with, even a spot for some extra journaling. What do I have left? So in my sticker sheet that had the banner, there's still all of the little sayings that are on here and a couple of extra little icon stickers as well. So that is good. I do have some of the little die cuts. There's not a lot in this pack, so there's a few, but I've got some really cute little animals, and there's a mushroom in there as well. I have a large part of this puffy sticker sheet. The watch is my favorite too. So a large part of this puffy sticker sheet left. I do have these 2 strips that I cut off of that wood grain paper so that, I've got a little tiny bit of that, but that paper got all used up other than this. But, little strip, sometimes that's just like finishing touch. That black and white paper, this is all that is left of that paper, that black and white one, because we used it. And I made very good use of that one. And then for the other pattern, I have this butterfly that had the cut apart sheets. So I have used like a lot of pattern paper on this. Could I still put together a fabulous page with this stuff? Absolutely, I could. Maybe that's my challenge right now, huh? And then I still have my 2 sheets of cardstock. I might have to pull the cardstock in to do another sheet. But if you like using cardstock backgrounds, that other one could have been with that. I just love having that pattern paper background. I don't know. I just love pattern paper a lot. So maybe that's my challenge right now, is to bring something together with the rest of my stuff. Have a look and see what we can come up with. Have a look over here. Okay. Let's see. Cancel this. We've got one of my favorite things lately has been taking pictures of my feet in places. So I don't know why. It really became a thing for me recently. I have a picture of my feet at the fire. I have a picture of my feet on the dashboard in the camper. I have a picture of my feet in the house the other day. It's like I don't know if that's me claiming my space or what, but it just makes me laugh. I actually love this picture with the feet by the fire though. Oh, and my feet look terrible in the picture too, but I'm printing it, so I'm printing it. I'm going for it. If you're like a person that's disturbed by feet, I can try to show you the picture less. I'll work on the layout, but show you my feet less. My husband actually tells me I have ugly feet, and I'm like, well, I don't think so. Yeah, there is paper in the printer. Had to check. So
Why?
what's that? Oh, I thought somebody said something. Somebody had their audio on, I guess. Yeah, I don't know why he hates my feet, but each to their own. I think my feet are fine. Ooh, I'm gonna put a border on this paper though, so that fits a little bit better. Makes the picture just a little bit smaller too. There we go. I'm doing the foot one. I think that will open the door to me doing some different journaling. No, that's the paw. Beth says, when my mom reached a certain age, she stopped letting me take photos of her. So the last years of her life, I just had pictures of her feet standing in different places. Better than nothing. Oh, that's tough, right? Like, I know people deal with that a lot with husbands sometimes and teenagers, your mom, and it's tough. Like we love them no matter what, right? It's not like they have to look a certain way for us to find like these people important. And yeah, so that's just it's heartbreaking when you know, you can't have those pictures sometimes. But I think we all know, like, we've definitely come up to a lot of different things in our life where we don't necessarily have the picture of something that we want to scrapbook. And so then it's always like that trick to be like, how am I going to do this? what what am I going to do in order to get this into my books anyways? Okay, so paper, photo. Yep. Okay, so there's the photo. I'll show you back here so that you're like less like creeped up by feet. So feet by the fire, it's actually mine and my husband's by the fire. So I think like that's extra special. I'm gonna cut a little bit of the white off the top and bottom. One of the things that I really like when I'm printing the photos on my from my thing, you can choose for it to fit or fill. And depending on the aspect ratio of the pictures that you're taking, when you fill up the whole space of that 4x6, sometimes they're cutting off parts of your photo. Like if you ever notice, like back in the day, if you get a 4x6 and you get a 5x7, yeah, the 5x7 is bigger, but they've cropped in some of the sides of your picture, so you're missing some of that stuff. And so that fit and fill options I find very helpful. Being able to choose, do you want border, do you not want border? Yeah, there are several of me. Oh, Kimberly says, I have always just liked getting my picture taken. There are several of me as a kid with a mad face. Aw. Aw. I feel sad for two reasons. I feel sad that you didn't want to get your picture taken, but I also kind of feel sad that, you had to have those mad face pictures done, you know. And Sharon says, I scrapped a photo of our feet on the beach. I don't think our feet are ugly. I don't think they're particularly beautiful, but I'm not like bothered by feet apparently. So yeah. And he told me my feet are ugly. I'm like, well, yours look like a hobbit's. God, like hairy toes and everything. So we just joke about it. Okay, I have this great butterfly paper, and it has all this stuff on the other side. Explore more, get out and explore your world. I'm kind of relaxing on this picture, so I'm thinking I'm going to take this background. Oh, you guys want to see what I'm doing? I can move my camera again. Good luck. Okay, here we go. There's the stuff. There we go. Okay, this is not ideal. I know. We'll see. The camera that I had that I was using and when everything was actually working well, it died. It's actually my husband is finally I'm saying finally because he's doing it, but he's actually sending it back in for service right now. I'm like, thank you. So not fun when your good camera goes kaput. Yeah. So is everybody actually scrapbooking and doing like scrapbook stuff right now? Ooh, am I gonna want this straight or am I gonna want this like roughed up? Ooh, not sure. Yeah. So I'm curious, like if you're scrapbooking, are you gonna want to do some show and tell in a little while for us? Okay, I'm gonna do this little border on here. Does this fit this way? Oh, even better. Even better. So yeah, let's get this used up as much as I can. I want that in the center, or do I want this on the side? Ooh, it depends on what my title is going to be. Home away from home, sitting by the fire, good times. Feel like that. Leave the road, take the trails. Wherever you are, be all there. Oh, that has to go on here. Diane says that she's doing a layout. Journaling. I think that's Cynthia says she's journaling. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sharon says I'm cleaning my craft space. She's reorganizing. Oh, you can just head over here when you're done. Come on over. Daniela says she's doing her homework for Crop and Create for next weekend. Phyllis is working on cards. So yay, we're doing good. Lots of good stuff happening. There we go. So yeah, I think I want it over here, and I want to like do some like stuff around there. And then we gotta have our title come into here. Okay, I'm gonna stick this down before I change my mind. Oh, I do like the idea of this. Nope, all good. Okay. When I said I created a layout yesterday, but back to working on Christmas cards today. Look at everybody getting all their Christmas cards done in September. All the good planning people. Lynn says she's working on birthday cards. Oh, look at all the stuff. There we go. Phyllis, I saw your email come in, so thank you for claiming your prize. Let me hang up here. I will try to send that straight over to the scrap room so that they can get you your kit. They set aside this kit, so the one that I showed today is the one that you'll get. They set that aside just for you. Great. And ooh, I think I should make it go this way. I should do my stuff here, and then I should just journal this whole background with white gel pen. Ooh, I really like that idea. Okay. I'm going to put it right in the middle instead. Okay, that's the plan. I figured it out. It took a while. That's what we'll do. I'm going to do white gel pen journaling. Sitting by the fire is the thing to do. Okay, and now I'm going to need some black line around here to kind of tie this in. I want to put a little bit of that there. Yes. I think I might need to actually get some cardstock from my stash to kind of match with this a little bit. Are you married? That's a good question. She says, are you still planning to do a Scrap Smart experience sometime? Yes, but not this fall. Yeah, I was not ready to do it for the summer. And so my next one would probably be January, although I've really been considering doing it March because I feel that planning one for March would be a lot easier for myself, actually. Problem with planning one for January is December. Like you're doing all this, you're doing so much of like the gathering from your instructors in December, and everybody is like, "Ooh, December, that's terrible." And I'm like, I know. I really, really do. So that does become a bit of a challenge for trying to put together the event for January. Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking like we might try for March. March, we are doing Calvin Ball. So that is still like in the works. So this would be on top of that. But with Calvin Ball, I feel like things are a little bit better in my world at that point. We do our big load in February. We have a big load then. We actually have a big load getting worked on right now. I'm super excited. Actually, I think some of the pages might have already been arriving from our featured designers. I'm like, wow, everybody's really good about getting everything done so fast. So yeah, it's great. Oh, just putting some simple lines like that, just like is such a good trick, right? For bringing a page together like this, right? Just tying it all. Simple lines to now it kind of frames it all in. Love it. Okay. I think I'm going to need just a little bit of cardstock in some different colors, maybe like some mustardy yellow, this orangey color, maybe a green. I'm going to grab some of those. And I think, yeah, I'm going to just do a ton of white journaling over here and try to get as many of the appropriate sticker pieces and die cut pieces on here that I can sprinkle in as I do my journaling. I'll do like a little cluster here, I think, to overlap some words on this kind of dead part of the photo, right? So yeah, but that's the plan. There is a plan. I feel like it's come together just like, obviously it's not very much, but yeah, it feels like it has a good plan. Okay, so let's go back to here. I'm gonna go back to my face again. So hello. And let's see if anybody wanted to do some show and tell and share. Oh my gosh, why is this not going? Doing it wrong? Am I doing it wrong? Oh, there. Okay. Yeah, I just didn't have the piece right. Okay. Okay, so there. Yeah, so if anybody has some show and tell, would you like to show us? This does get recorded. This is being recorded. I share it on my YouTube channel, and then our Scrap Happy members also will have that. So, but it is a public recording. So if you would like to share, show us what you've been working on while we've been sitting and hanging out, like what's on your desk right now. If you're doing layouts or cards, you made something the other day and you're like, so nice. Then we would love to see what's up with you. So if you'd like to share, just go ahead and turn your mic on. That makes it probably the easiest, and then I can bring you up. So let's have a look. Why now? Do you have your mic on?
Yes.
Perfect. Here, let me bring up your spotlight so we can all see. And then, yeah.
Can you see it?
Yes. Beautiful.
Some more pictures from prom in April for my granddaughter.
And that background paper with the clouds, like when I saw that paper, I was like, oh my goodness.
Wasn't that perfect?
Yes.
It was from a paper pad, but it just really turned out beautiful, I think.
Yeah, I know exactly what paper that is. When I see it, I'm like, oh, so oh, it's so pretty. Like I love the style of your page. Like you've got like the little stripes at the top, and then you've kind of got this little embellishment cluster up there. Like that's a really good design.
It's really simple, but
yeah,
it turned out okay. It's one of many for prom. And then I've been working on my Christmas cards, and this is the front panel. This is all I've gotten done so far.
Nice.
Still working on putting the words on all the front panels. So,
and like, is that Merry Christmas like done with like a Cricut or something?
it was just a die cut.
Die cut, yeah.
Yeah, just a die.
But like even like having to stick those on, are
That's what I'm
you
doing now, and
like
it's horrible. I'm
like
thinking
I'm
I
just
shouldn't
looking
have
at that.
done
I'm
it
like,
this
oh,
way.
I'm looking at that. I'm like, oh, that seemed like a good idea at the time. It's like
It
one of those.
did.
I know the one year I did a lawn fawn Christmas card that had 10 million little cutout pieces. I'm like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
Because I was doing like 80 or 100 of the cards. Like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay. Question. What does your sweatshirt say? It looks cute.
Imagine a world where scrapbook paper was free and scrapbooking made you thin.
Oh, we'd be supermodels.
We would. And probably a little more scrapbooking paper.
Right? Yes, please. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing. That's
Sure,
awesome.
thank you.
There you go. Love seeing. So anybody else have something that they'd like to share with us? Go ahead and turn your mic on and I can bring you up on the screen. I love seeing what everybody's got. Hold on a second. Bring this back up here. Okay, I'm not seeing any things. So be brave. It's okay. I now showed you. It's really easy. So I have a couple things. I'll show you unfinished projects, because that lives here. So just in case anybody's like, some people look like they have it all together. That's not me, but I'm happy to be here with you anyway. So last month I worked on this page and I really loved how it turned out. And it still has no journaling. So that's what I'm here to confess to you today. So this was the page that I had worked on. And I really love like this row of hearts that was on this paper. And then I took that and I had cut them up and like popped them up a little bit so that they had a little bit more texture. And I put just a little strip of some yellow in the background so that you could see the yellow just kind of sneaking underneath them, which I thought was really pretty. I did a little bit of that fringe on the bottom of the page. I got little things, but yeah, very simple, but yeah, kind of missing some journaling. So that lives here. This page I didn't come back to work on it again. I got my picture onto it, but also needing journaling and probably a few more embellishments. It's looking a little naked, but I did get started on it. So this does happen. And I do go back to things sometimes, not every time. Another page that I have in the works right now that I started and recently and have not finished is a page that I had actually started, I think, during Happy at Home maybe or something. And this was some of my favorite paper ever. I think this was from Vicky Bouton collection, and I had done this with this background. There's fringing on this one too. Inspired by a class that I think I took. And then yeah, I've got these cute pictures printed, like one of me now and one of me as a little stinker. So that's another one that I have on my desk to work on. So not done yet, but those are just 3 of my in progress pages. So got a few things in journaling to come back to. Okay, Diane, did you turn your mic on so you can share something with us?
Yeah, it's not quite done yet, but it's at least 80% done, so I thought I'd share it. It's just a general scrap picture of some girls and just a lunch. But like I said, it's not done.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Do you
That's,
recognize that?
yeah, it's that's one of your
Yeah,
little prizes, that
yeah. We
little
had to
sticker
pivot with our lunches a little bit, so I thought that would fit in there perfect.
that fit in there perfect. Oh, I love it.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, Lindsay says, great layout. I love the florals and the use of the sticker embellishments. I thought for a second when I looked at the layout that you actually had like cut all the florals to make the border around the page, but then I'm looking and I'm like, no, I think she's got paper overlapped over the floral background. But that's like another fun effect. I haven't done that for a long time, actually. All the things, right? When you see it, it's like, ooh, that would be good. Uh, very fun. Very fun. Well, okay, last call for sharing. Last call for sharing. Okay. Okay, well, this will return next month. I'm working on the dates for next month right now because there was a lot of little things worked in. I have 2 weekends where I'm actually away from my home, so trying to figure out the best time to get our events in. But we'll be back with another Scrapbook Live next month for October, and I actually already got my October kit. I didn't open it. I didn't peek yet. I really want to, so we'll see. I might peek. I might peek, and I'm really excited to check it out. Congratulations to Phyllis. Thank you so much to the Scrap Room. Please check them out. Their Flavors of the Month kits are amazing. It's at scrap-room.com, and you can check out their kits. They're very reasonably priced. And like I said, like I also get the add-on embellishment kit. So I have just a few more fun things to play with. But even without them, like there's always a lot of nice things to play with. Their curation from the collections is always so well done that it really helps, and like it saves me from over shopping all of the collections quite a bit. Like there's still a few that I go back and I find more things from certain collections, but like getting a chance to play with so many different things is a lot of fun. And as you can see, you can make some great layouts, like a couple of great pages with each one. Diane says, thank you, Alice. Always fun session. I love their kits. I love the idea of saving money. When I shop for myself, so like, you know, I think like the kits are reasonably priced, but when I shop for myself, I overshop. So I buy too many of the pattern papers from one collection. And then once I've made a couple pages with that, I'm kind of bored and I want something else. Like if you're not the person that gets bored and you just want to use the same papers over and over, like there's very few collections like that Vicky Bouton paper from this collection is probably the only one where I'm like, I'll make another one. It's fine. I can use this again. I want more of this. I know I've used this pattern itself on other pages already, but very few collections are ones that I just need to use more and more and more of, but then I shop badly for myself. So getting that curated kit has been wonderful. This has been fantastic. Thank you for sharing the things that you're making. Thank you for spending the time with me. I can't wait to be back with this for next month. Within Scrap Happy, if you've ever considered membership and you're not a member yet, we have our next load challenge starting October 1st, technically September 30th. The first prompt comes out the night before. So we have our next load challenge. We are doing Motown memories. So the whole month we are scrapbooking inspired by Motown music. So each day we will have either a story about Motown or background on a song about Motown or a Motown artist. And we will be looking at that, learning a little bit about that, and then using that to tell our own stories. So you're not necessarily scrapbooking about the song or the person. That's not really the point. The point is to find your own stories just inspired by that. And I absolutely love it. This load for October is only for members. We don't sell it outside because this one is made by the members for the members. So it's just for us. And so it is a lot of fun. Our load challenges run for the whole month. And then, yeah, we have a lot of fun inspiration along the way. One of my favorite things is learning all of the background details as we go, because you get to learn all these little tidbits, and then you're also scrapbooking every day, which just builds such a good habit. When I do all of my load challenges, and I've actually done a pretty good job this year, I missed some of the ones in the mini load, and I think that's the only ones I've missed this year. When I do all of the challenges, we do February load, we do May load, we do a mini in the summer, which is just 7 days, and then we do our October load. That's almost 100 layouts in a year, which I didn't even think was possible. Like, I didn't think you could scrapbook every day, like for a month. Like, I thought that was a joke. Actually, the first time I heard about load, I was like, that's not like a real thing. People don't actually do that. Like, I really didn't think that was possible. And it turns out it is, when, like, you have that right motivation. And for me, having that challenge where you're sharing your pages and you're seeing what everybody else is doing is just part of the magic of the challenge. So I'm really looking forward to it. I love seeing the way the prompts turn out when we have our team of people putting the prompts together. I get all these extra little surprises that month because I didn't plan every prompt, and so that's extra fun as well. Ross says, I love challenges to get me scrapbooking. Mar says, what, that sounds like a lot of fun. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Load is literally my favorite thing that we do. So I'm really looking forward to this. I've already been grooving to the Motown music. And one of the things was the music was designed to kind of like, have that dance beat, like a dancing like beat to it. So it has this little backbeat so that you can actually groove and dance. And I'm like, so I'm already like feeling the love for our Motown topic, and we haven't even like kicked off the scrapbooking part. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Will we get an email reminder when that starts? We have daily emails that come out to our members with our prompt information, like not the prompt so much information, it's not in the email, but it will link you back to where you find the daily prompts within our circle community. So, and then we'll have a special gallery set up so that you can all share layouts in there. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. We don't have daily videos in the October one. They're written prompts. So that can be, I hear both. Like, I hear some people say, oh, I missed the videos. And I hear some people say, it's so much easier for me when it's written. So I love just the variety, right? We just bring something new, different to the table. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And that all starts October 1st. So that's what's getting worked on in the background. We do have some more Scrap Happy events this month. Monday is our happy hour, and Tuesday is our scrap school. So that is coming up. I'd have to check the calendar for the times, but those are all on the Google Calendar if you're following it, and they're also listed in our circle community for our members. So that is some of the stuff that's coming up. And then I'm working on those October dates. Like I said, I've got these 2 weekends away, and I'm like, ooh, that changes like my scheduling of when I can offer some of the stuff. So it's just good that I can play with that. Okay, well, that is everything. Thank you so much for joining me for our Scrapbook Live for September of 2022. I'll be back next month with another Scrapbook Live using the October kit from the ScrapRoom. And yeah, that's about all. Check out some of the stuff if you want more information about Scrap Happy stuff and you want to get in on that load, or you just like, you guys are really fun, you do other stuff too. Yes, we do. You can check it all out at scraphappy.org. Okay, that's all. Thank you, everyone. Phyllis says bye and thanks again. Yay! I love it. Like, I love it when I get to like know who the winners are too. It's like, oh, I know this person. It's not like I would like want anybody to not win, but like it's extra fun for me when I know you guys. Extra fun. So thank you. Have a great day. Happy scrapping.